Hello there, and welcome to this morning's devotion. This morning's devotion comes from Psalm 119, verse 20, which states, "My soul breaketh for the longing that it hath unto thy judgments at all times." Here in this passage, we find the importunate psalmist exclaiming to the Lord that he is longing for his judgments. He is longing for the wisdom, guidance, direction, and counsel that only God can provide. He has questions. He does not understand why things are the way they are. Perhaps the Lord has been silent for a little season, and he's exclaiming to God that he is waiting upon him to answer his heart's inquiries. So much is the longing in his heart that the psalmist exclaims that his soul is breaking. His soul is breaking while it waits upon his God. When will the Lord finally intervene and give him the answers that he seeks? When will the Lord no longer remain silent on these important and urgent matters? The psalmist does not long for the wisdom of God one moment and then is content to not have it at another time. No, the psalmist waits for God's judgments at all times. He is totally committed to waiting upon the Lord to answer his prayer, because he knows through long experience that the Lord will answer. He knows that God will vindicate. And so where does this verse leave us as Christians today? We consistently seek God's will in our lives and what he wants for us, and yet there are times when we feel that he is silent. We feel that he is silent perhaps for too long. God's time frame for providing guidance does not always fit our time frame. And all too often we want answers sooner rather than later, especially when we're going through a dark period or dark time in our lives when there does not seem to be many answers available at the moment. And so our soul breaks. We cry out to our Lord, still hoping that he will hear us speedily and that he will rush to save us. So if you feel your soul breaking while you wait upon the Lord, then you should know that you are in good company. Many of the great men and women in the Bible have openly wept before the Lord and lifted their voices for him to hear. In Psalm 56, it states, "Thou tellest my wanderings. Put thou my tears into thy bottle. Are they not in thy book?" Our Lord saves all of our tears. He knows all of our breakings, and he knows just how far our faith can go. There are times when he decides, of course, to test our faith and to bring us through the fire. But this is only to purify us and show us that we are nothing without him. He removes the filth in our lives and renews and invigorates our faith again. And if he has brought us through past afflictions, then surely he will deliver us in future ailments. This morning, does your soul break for our Lord? Do you cry out to him for help? Do you long for his wisdom at all times? Are you waiting upon the Lord? Thank you for joining this morning. And I do just want to say thank you to everyone who prayed for me and who interceded to God on my behalf this past week through this affliction that I went through. And I just want everyone to know that I'm almost 100% recovered. So thank you everyone for your prayers. And of course, thank you for listening to this morning's devotion. And I pray that you have a blessed day. Bye.